Welcome to training module EV-M6 concerning the ADRreports.eu portal. The ADRreports.eu portal provides public access to reports of suspected side effects submitted to the EV-Vigilance system by national medicines regulatory authorities and pharmaceutical companies that hold marketing authorizations for medicines in the European Economic Area. The purpose of this training module is to provide an overview of the ADRreports.eu portal and its new features, and to guide users on how to make the best use of them. The main target audience for this training module is patients and the general public, healthcare professionals, drug safety experts in both the public and private sector, and academia. At the end of this training module, you should be able to understand the utility of the ADRreports.eu portal and what information it contains, understand the enhancements to the portal and the potential applications of these, and understand where you might obtain further information. The European Medicines Agency plays a key role in the safety monitoring of medicines in the European Union. This is known as pharmacovigilance. The agency's main role in this area is to support the coordination of the European pharmacovigilance system and to provide advice on the safe and effective use of medicines. As part of this responsibility, the agency is responsible for the development, maintenance, and coordination of EV-Vigilance, a system for reporting suspected cases of adverse reactions to a medicine. For more information, please visit the EMA website. Data from the EV-Vigilance system are published in the European Database of Suspected Adverse Drug Reaction Reports in 26 languages via the ADRreports.eu portal. This portal allows users to view the total number of individual suspected side effect reports, also known as individual case safety reports or ICSRs, submitted to EV-Vigilance for each centrally authorized medicine. Users can view these reports by age group, sex, type of suspected side effect, and outcome. In addition, reports for common drug substances used in nationally authorized medicines are available since October 2014. When a user attempts to access the portal, they will be asked to select the language that they would like to view the portal in. After this, users will be brought to a home page from which they can access various information sources. Users should use the search for a report link on the home page of the ADRreports.eu portal to start querying data from the portal. Clicking this link will enable you to browse for data for specific products or substances. The home page of the ADRreports.eu portal also contains key information that should be taken into consideration when using data from the portal. Further information can be found in the About or Understanding Reports subsections of the site, accessible via the navigation bar at the top of the page. Guidance is also available for patients wishing to report adverse reactions to the national competent authority. This slide provides an overview of how the ADRreports.eu portal is organised. It should be noted that information on suspected side effects should not be interpreted as meaning that the medicine or the active substance causes the observed effect or is unsafe to use. The information on the portal relates to suspected side effects, so medical events that have been observed following the use of a medicine, but which are not necessarily related to or caused by the medicine. Finally, please note that the European Medicines Agency publishes the data available on the ADRreports.eu portal so that its stakeholders, including the general public, can access information that European regulatory authorities use to review the safety of a medicine or active substance. Transparency is a key guiding principle of the agency. The first time you attempt to access a web report via the ADRreports.eu portal, a disclaimer will appear. The key points to note are that the information on the portal does not reflect any confirmation of a potential link between the medicine and the observed effects. Additionally, patients and consumers should not stop or change medication without prior consultation with a healthcare professional. Please also note that the information on the portal concerns only suspected associations that reflect the reporter's observations and opinions. The number of suspected side effects in EV-Vigilance should not serve as a basis for determining the likelihood of a side effect occurring. Finally, Please consider that the side effect reports in EV-vigilance do not represent all available information concerning the benefits and risks of a medicine and should not be used in isolation by healthcare professionals to make decisions regarding a patient's treatment regimen. Other sources of information, including the product prescribing information, should be consulted first. It should also be noted that patients and consumers should not stop or change medication without prior consultation with their prescribing healthcare professional. The ADRreports.eu portal enables users to view information on reports of suspected side effects for authorized medicines in the European Economic Area. This information is presented in a format called a web report. All information on suspected side effects on the portal is derived from EV-vigilance, a database designed for collecting reports on suspected side effects. Data in EV-vigilance is submitted electronically by national medicines regulatory authorities and by the pharmaceutical companies that hold the marketing authorization for medicines. Note that national medicines regulatory authorities receive reports from healthcare professionals, patients, and other sources. The portal was launched to comply with the EV-vigilance access policy, which was developed to improve public health by supporting the safety monitoring of medicines and to increase the European Medicines Agency's level of transparency. A training module has been developed that describes the main characteristics of the EV-vigilance access policy. To view this, please consult training module PHV-M4 via the EV-vigilance training page. Healthcare professionals, drug safety experts, and patients and their representatives can use the ADRreports.eu portal to fulfill a number of needs. Some examples of potential uses are provided on this slide. Users can use the portal to view suspected ADR reports by product name or by their substance or scientific name. Users can view reports for a specific product or substance split by age, sex, geography, time, or by the number of reactions in a particular reaction group, as defined by MEDRA, the Medical Dictionary for Regulatory Activities. Modified versions of individual adverse reaction reports can also be accessed via a new line listing tab, which is a data table of all reports that match the criteria specified by the user. The ADRreports.eu portal grants access to aggregated data outputs based on predefined queries. These are made available in the form of web reports that consist of a number of tabs, each of which allows users to query, filter, and access the data in a different way. The data available in the portal is based on spontaneous individual case safety reports, or ICSRs, submitted to EV-vigilance. When an adverse drug reaction is identified, this is submitted to EV-vigilance in the form of an ICSR. The reporter completes a number of data elements in the ICSR that provide information about the adverse drug reaction. The web reports available via this portal are based on ICSR data received in EV-vigilance, and data are refreshed weekly. It includes adverse drug reactions, which are considered serious and non-serious by their reporters. A data table of all ICSR data elements that can be viewed publicly, also known as a line listing, is also accessible through the web report. Individual ICSR forms can also be accessed should users wish to review the details of individual cases. As of November 2017, web reports sourced from the ADRreports.eu portal will contain 3 additional tabs. These will allow the general public to view the number of cases received over time, view the number of cases received in a particular geography, and to download data using various criteria such as age or geography in an Excel file for further analysis. As of November 2017, web reports obtained from the portal will consist of 7 tabs, each of which allows users to visualize adverse reaction data stored in EV-vigilance in a slightly different way. The first tab in the web reports displays the running total of individual cases split by a number of categories. A running total of cases identified in EV-vigilance up to the end of the previous month is displayed, split by age group, sex, and geographic origin. The second tab displays the number of individual cases received over time, and is a new addition to the web report as of November 2017. This tab displays the number of individual cases received over the last 12 months, split by geographic origin, that is, between cases that arose in European Economic Area countries versus those that occurred outside the EEA. The graph on this tab displays a trend line that indicates how the total number of individual cases has changed over the last 12 months. The axis on the left-hand side of the graph corresponds to the number of ICSRs that have been received in EV-M6 in each of the past 12 months. The axis on the right-hand side of the graph relates to the cumulative trend line. The third tab in the web report is another new addition as of November 2017. This tab displays the number of individual cases in each European Economic Area country for the selected medicinal product. The map on the left of the report displays the relative percentage of cases in each European Economic Area country. The total number of cases per country is visualized in the graph on the right of the report. Please note that for data privacy reasons and to avoid the risk of patient-reporter re-identification, a threshold is applied if the number of individual cases available for a specific country is less than or equal to 3. In this instance, the distinct country is not displayed in the graph. A color coding has been applied according to the percentage of cases in a country. The fourth tab displays the number of individual cases by reaction group, as defined by MEDRA, the Medical Dictionary for Regulatory Activities. Included in this tab is a graph that visualizes the number of individual cases per MEDRA reaction group, whilst also allowing users to split this data by another variable, such as age group, sex, seriousness, reporter group, or geographic origin. These can be selected by clicking on the sub-tab that corresponds to the desired variable. The fifth tab displays the number of individual cases for a selected reaction group. The user selects the reaction group of interest, and all resultant adverse reaction data is visualized in 3 graphs, split by age group and sex, reporter group, and geographic origin. You can think of this as an additional view of the number of individual cases by reaction groups tab, where graphs for 3 of the filtering variables are simultaneously displayed for the specified reaction group. The sixth tab displays the number of individual cases for a selected reaction. This tab provides a similar view to the previous tab, only data can be filtered to the level of an individual reaction type within a reaction group. Relevant data is visualized in 3 graphs, split by age group and sex, reporter group, and outcome respectively. As of 2017, the 7th and final tab in the web report will allow users to access a line listing of individual cases reported to EV-M6 for the specified product or substance. This line listing is a data table of all cases that match the criteria specified by the user. Using the line listing, users can filter data by seriousness, geographic origin, reporter group, sex, age group, reaction groups, reporter suspected reaction, and gateway date. Data elements are displayed as per the level of access granted to the public in the EV-Vigilance Access Policy. For further details of accessible data elements, please consult Training Module PHV-M4 via the EV-Vigilance training page on the EMA corporate website. Once the line listing of records that match the criteria submitted by the user has been returned, users can download and export this data into various formats and in particular into an Excel file using the Export button situated at the bottom left of each page. ICSR forms can also be downloaded for each row in the line listing should users wish to review the details of an individual case. Please note again that these forms will only contain the data elements that can be accessed by the public as per the EV-Vigilance Access Policy. Now that I've introduced you to the various functionalities of the web reports, I'm going to outline a couple of examples of using the portal. A patient using the portal may wish to assess whether there are records of previous instances of a reaction in patients treated with a specific product. For example, if there have been reports of patients developing a specific symptom after being treated with a specific drug. To achieve this, first access the ADRreports.eu portal. After clicking on the search button, accept the disclaimer and specify whether you want to browse web reports by product or substance. Remember that product name is essentially equivalent to the brand name, whereas the substance name is scientific nomenclature. Then select the product or substance that you want to view a web report for. Once the report has appeared, navigate to the 6th tab, Number of individual cases for a selected reaction. From here, we select the reaction type of interest using the tick boxes on the left-hand side. The graphs have now refreshed, providing a view of all of the adverse reaction reports of the type specified, for the specified drug, split by age group and sex, reporter group and outcome. Web reports can also be used for comparative analysis purposes. If a user wanted to compare adverse reactions for 2 drugs, perhaps in a specific EEA country, or in a specific age group, This could be achieved by accessing a web report for each substance and downloading the web report tabs of interest. To do this, first access the web report tab you want to export, then navigate to the checklist icon. This will provide you with the option to download the data displayed on a web report tab into Excel. Repeating this process for every product or substance of interest would enable you to make direct comparisons between the number of adverse reactions reported for each drug. The line listing and data export functions of the web report enable users to conduct detailed analysis of adverse reaction data not achievable using the other web report tabs. By accessing the line listing, users can obtain detailed information regarding individual adverse reaction reports for each product or substance selected, such as the exact date that the report was received by the Vigilance Gateway, or details of any suspect or interacting drugs or concomitant not administered drugs associated with the report. This detailed information can also be filtered by any of the variables presented in the other sections of the web report. By downloading the line listing into Excel for each product or substance selected, users can conduct detailed comparative analysis between products or substances based on the granularity of data that is only available in the line listing. The following support channels are available should you have any questions regarding the ADRreports.eu portal. A detailed user manual is accessible via the ADR Reports website and can be accessed via the Viewing a Report subsection of the Understanding Reports section. If you'd like to request further data in a different format to that available via the ADRreports.eu portal, please consult Ask EMA via the EMA corporate website. Finally, should you have any technical queries concerning the portal, please contact the EMA service desk via the EMA corporate website. In this e-learning module, you should have learned to understand the utility of the ADRreports.eu portal and what information it contains, understand the enhancements to the ADRreports.eu portal that will go live in November 2017, understand the potential uses of the portal, and finally, where to obtain further information should you have additional queries. If you have any feedback on this e-learning module, please take the time to let us know by filling in the EMA training survey. A link to the survey is available via the EMA training page. Many thanks for your attention.